Welcome to Mythic Abyss, the channel that goes deeper into mythology and monsters than anyone else on the internet. If this is your first time here, you've just found your new obsession. We cover the creatures that haunt the darkest corners of every culture on Earth. Hit subscribe, because after tonight, you're going to want to know what comes next. Imagine this, you're trapped in a nightmare. Something is chasing you through corridors that shift and twist. Doors that open onto nothing. Stairs that lead deeper into darkness. Your heart is pounding. Your legs won't move fast enough. The thing behind you is getting closer. And then, just before it reaches you, something else appears. Something massive, with the trunk of an elephant, the eyes of a rhinoceros, the paws of a tiger, and the tail of an ox. It opens its mouth, and it doesn't attack you. It attacks the nightmare. It swallows the darkness whole. The corridors dissolve, the thing chasing you vanishes, and you wake up, calm, rested, and free. That creature is the Baku. And for centuries across China and Japan, people have called upon it to protect them from the terrors of sleep. Parents taught their children to whisper its name 3 times after a bad dream. Temples carved its face into wooden pillars to ward off evil spirits. Samurai painted its image on their pillows so they could sleep soundly before battle. The Baku was humanity's guardian of the night, a creature that existed for one purpose: to consume the darkness that lives inside your mind. But there's a warning that comes with every Baku story. A warning that most people forget until it's too late. The Baku is always hungry, and if you call upon it too often, if you summon it when there are no nightmares left to eat, the Baku will not simply leave, it will turn to the only food source remaining. Your dreams, your hopes, your deepest desires. It will consume them all, leaving you alive but empty. A person with no ambition, no joy, and no reason to wake up in the morning. The cure, it turns out, can be worse than the disease. The Baku originates in Chinese mythology, where it was known as the Mo. Ancient Chinese texts describe it as a real animal, a strange creature that resembled a bear, but with an elephant's trunk, a tiger's paws, and an ox's tail. Some scholars believe the original Mo was inspired by the Malayan tapir, a large herbivore native to Southeast Asia with a distinctive trunk-like nose that does, in fact, look like a miniaturized elephant trunk. But somewhere between China and Japan, the Baku stopped being a natural animal and became something supernatural. When the legend crossed the sea, the Japanese took the basic chimeric form and infused it with spiritual power. The Baku became a yokai, a supernatural entity with the ability to enter the dream world and physically consume nightmares as if they were solid food. The earliest Japanese references to the Baku appear in the Muromachi period, around the 14th and 15th centuries. By the Edo period, the Baku had become one of the most popular protective spirits in all of Japan. Its image was everywhere, carved into the wooden transems above temple doors, painted on folding screens in wealthy households, embroidered onto pillows and sleeping garments. There was even a tradition of keeping a piece of paper with the kanji for Baku under your pillow, a charm that would summon the creature if nightmares came. The most famous Baku carvings in Japan can be found at Nikko Toshagu, the elaborate shrine complex in Tochigi Prefecture. There, master carvers created detailed images of the Baku alongside other protective creatures, placing them at the entrance to sacred spaces where they could guard against evil spirits and bad dreams alike. But the Baku's role went beyond simple nightmare protection. In Japanese Buddhist tradition, dreams were considered a gateway between the physical world and the spirit realm. Nightmares weren't just unpleasant experiences. They were intrusions, moments when malevolent spirits crossed into your consciousness. The Baku was the guardian that patrolled this border, consuming any dark entity that tried to cross over while you slept. This made the Baku one of the few yokai that was entirely benevolent. Most yokai in Japanese folklore are dangerous, mischievous, or at least unpredictable. The Baku was none of these things. It existed solely to help, which makes the warning about its darker nature all the more unsettling. The dark side of the Baku is what elevates it from a simple protective charm to one of the most philosophically interesting creatures in all of mythology. The idea is this: nightmares serve a purpose. They process fear. They prepare you for danger. They force you to confront the things you're avoiding in your waking life. Remove them entirely, and you don't become fearless. You become hollow. This concept resonates with modern psychology in ways that the ancient storytellers could never have predicted. We now know that dreaming, including nightmares, plays a crucial role in emotional regulation, memory consolidation, and trauma processing. People who are deprived of REM sleep, the phase where most vivid dreaming occurs, develop anxiety, depression, and cognitive decline. The nightmares we hate may be the very thing keeping us sane. The Baku legend encodes this wisdom in the form of a monster. Yes, it can save you from your nightmares. But if you rely on it too heavily, if you outsource your psychological processing to an external force, you lose something essential about being human: the ability to face darkness and grow from it. The Baku has had a significant influence on modern pop culture, though most people don't realize it. The Pokemon Drowsy and its evolution Hypno are directly based on the Baku, complete with dream-eating abilities and a tapir-like appearance. The Baku appears in the anime and manga series Naruto, in the video game series Yokai Watch, and in numerous other Japanese media properties. In the Shin Megami Tensei series, which we mentioned in our Joragumo episode, the Baku appears as a summonable demon with dream-related abilities. And in the broader world of fantasy literature, the concept of a dream-eating creature has been borrowed and adapted countless times. From Neil Gaiman's Sandman to the works of Haruki Murakami. But the original Baku remains the most compelling version. A creature that is simultaneously your greatest protector and your most dangerous addiction. A being that reminds us that the darkness in our dreams is not our enemy, it is our teacher. And removing it comes at a price we cannot afford to pay. So tonight, when you turn off the lights and close your eyes, and the nightmares come, I want you to think about the Baku. Think about whether you would summon it. Think about whether a life without nightmares is a life worth living. And think about what it would feel like to wake up one morning with no dreams at all. Not just no bad dreams, no dreams, no hopes, no desires. Nothing but a vast, empty calm that stretches from horizon to horizon inside your mind. Because the Baku is still out there, still hungry, still waiting to be called. And the question isn't whether it can help you. The question is whether the price is worth paying. Here's tonight's question for you. If you could permanently eliminate all your nightmares but risk losing your ability to dream entirely, would you do it? This is a real philosophical dilemma hidden inside an ancient legend. Tell me your answer in the comments, and tell me why. The best answers might end up in a future episode. You're deep in the abyss now. If you've made it this far, you belong here. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a like if the Baku made you think twice about your dreams tonight. And share this with someone who always complains about their nightmares. They need to hear the warning. Next week, we're traveling to Scandinavia to meet one of the most seductive and dangerous creatures in all of Norse mythology, the Huldra. She appears in the forest as a woman of impossible beauty, flawless in every way. Except for one detail she desperately tries to hide. And if you see what's behind her back, you'll wish you had stayed on the path. This is Mythic Abyss. Legends. They don't want you to know.